Welcome along to Adventures of an Old Sea Dog. Before we start this episode, a word on the last episode, the storm video. It went viral. Just so many people watched it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. A few comments though, and just to mention, don't forget the engine wasn't working. I couldn't get out of the storm. The storm was 250 miles wide. You can't outrun a storm. And the other thing that some people didn't pick up on, saying I shouldn't go out in bad weather, but it wasn't bad when I set off. When you go on passage, the weather is what it is. And 3 weeks down the line, you don't know what's going to happen. So you don't know what the weather's going to be like for your entire passage. And the engine wasn't working. When you add together exhaustion, sleepless nights, fear, it all comes to a point where you can't take it anymore. That's kind of what happened to me. So thank you so much for watching the video and your support. I really do appreciate it. And now, here's this week's episode. Safely back on land again, moored up at Port Bundaberg Marina in Queensland, Australia. This was my first look at Australia, and the thing that strikes you is it's big. Everything is big, huge. Australia is a very big place. The whole country is a continent. But there weren't really any hills here. This was all flat farmland. I have to thank Annie, one of my viewers, who made contact with me, and when I arrived she took me around, showed me the place, helped me get my feet back on the ground and sort all my bits and pieces out. I'm going to pay my dues. Stopped off at Volunteer Marine Rescue just to say hi. Do you mind me filming you? Is that okay? This is Annie. She's helping me. She's helping me today. I've been shopping today. That's hot. The big one's yours, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got a few.
Curry.
And a free beer.
Oh no, you keep the free beer.
No, you're gonna have to taste it.
Checking out the local pub. Don't know what Bruce Springsteen's guitar was doing here, or even if it was a real one. But I was actually here for this. Oh yes, yummo. Later on, I went down to the fisherman's area of the port to see if I could find the guy that tried to help me a few days before. I left messages, but he wasn't there at the time. This morning, I'm returning seawater from the bilge back to the sea. Last job on the list this weekend is to empty out the back cabin, or at least get it dry. It's pretty much dried out in here now. It was soaking. Then it was time to do the difficult job of getting the bicycle out of the back cabin onto deck, ready for service. Easy biker and myself are on a mission this morning. And with the bike on deck, it gave me more room below to finish off some of the work I had to do. Finally getting the boat back into one piece again. It's been a lot of work. I have a ways to go. There's stuff all over the place, so a lot of sorting, a lot of cleaning up, but at least the boat's dry. There had been water coming through parts of the deck that I never realized it could get through, so that's something I need to sort out. Thankfully all the electronics seem to be fine, so no worries there. Of course not everything's been fixed right now. The engine's sat there. I haven't even looked at it yet. While I haven't diagnosed it as being terminal, it's not terminal. There's still hope, if you see what I mean. It's like if you don't go to the doctor, you're not ill. You're only ill when he tells you you're ill. So there's that to sort out, so that's a big worry. I've had lots of paperwork and immigration stuff to get through, other things in the boatyard here. They're still trying to find me a space because I arrived a bit earlier than I should have done. So there's all kinds of things going on. I lost my passport. thankfully I've found that. That's my own stupid fault. And I haven't been feeling very good. I took a big old knock. I met the skipper of the fishing boat that came out to help me. He actually ended up breaking his arm that day, trying to save me. So that didn't make me feel good at all. So, you know, when this is the thing that I was aware of before, that I used to tell people, you know, when you call for help, make sure you really do need help, because you're putting other people's lives at risk. And that was true of this, with people coming to help me out. The 7 people on the lifeboat, I put their lives at risk, and the fisherman, Mark, and his wife, I put them at risk, and he ended up breaking his arm. So this is not good. My arm's much better. In fact, he's holding this camera up at the moment. So I'm feeling better, but up here, I don't know what to do next. I don't know what to do. I really don't. And whether to continue with this or not. That's the thing. Do I continue? It just shows you it's not a game. It's not all fun. It's not all ha ha he. It's a deadly serious thing I'm undertaking. And so we shall see. We'll see. Just noticed a change in the wind. Hopefully that means a change in the weather. But for the moment it's pinning us onto the pontoon. Anyway, time to get this old solar panel down. I've cut all the bindings. She should be ready to go. Originally these were on the side of the boat. They were hanging just there. After this I'm going to clean up this job, and then I've got one of the lines that was used to try and rescue me stuck under the boat. Still, they had to cut it. Well, it broke, and one of the reasons we continued with the rescue, they pulled me in, was this rope's around my rudder, and had the chance that it was going to jam the rudder, and then I would have been in even more serious trouble. So anyway, I want to get that out one way or another. I'm not diving in here. I've been told there's bull sharks in this river, and it's muddy as heck, so you wouldn't even see it coming. So no, this is Australia. This is different to New Zealand. Everything here can kill you. And I'm bringing the rope round this side of the boat to see if it makes a difference. I've discovered there's some stuff tied to it. It's a good job the engine's not working. That way I can't accidentally wrap it around the propeller if I start the engine. Because the engine won't start. It's all lovely, isn't it? They do fish and chips here. I'm going to have fish and chips today to cheer myself up. Got the bike laid down because that's the safest place. It gets a bit shaky on here sometimes. I wouldn't want the bike to go in the sea. I just can't see where it's going. I think that's got to be around the propeller shaft. The idea, if I take it at a lower angle, we might get something out of it. I don't know. I could let go one of these and pull it through, but should I? Alright, we'll have to call it quits on this one for today. Sometimes you just got to know when to stop, otherwise you're going to cause more problems for yourself. And I can see that. I can see that with this. It was then that a berth became available, but of course I couldn't move the boat with rope all around the propeller and everything. I asked the Marina if we could use their workboat to tow me around to the berth, but the manager wanted to charge me quite a lot of money. A service, I may add, in other marinas is for free. So cleared of space to work on the engine. I thought it was time. I've been here nearly a week. I kind of recovered from my ordeal as much as I can at the moment. Thought, right, I'll set to this beast again and see what's wrong with her and where do I start. And I'm just having a look around. I thought it's a bit of a mess in here. I'll give her a clean up. And then I seen what you just saw there. This a broken fuel line. My God, the relief. Hopefully nothing damaged in the engine, just a broken fuel line. Yes. Oh mate, oh, the relief. Oh I'm a genius! I'm a genius! Oh! The nightmare is ending. The nightmare is ending now. I hope. Please, please. Nothing more, please. Aha! In your face, Mr. Marina Manager. Yeah, right, okay, good. Next thing. I've got rope round the propeller so I can't move still. I've got to get it off. That's what I call my dolphin camera. I was filming with it the other day. And it's normally on about that longer selfie stick, but I've kind of extended it a bit. So we have a humongous selfie stick here that we're going to try and put under the boat and see if we can get any pictures. And I'm putting a safety line on because if anything goes wrong with all these joints, I'm going to lose my camera. So safety line, at least the camera will be safe. Got the rope tied, there's one there and one over there. I've got them separated so when I put the camera in I'll be able to tell which rope is which. I knew that it was going to be hard to see anything, but I had to give it a go. Obviously, I had to take the SD card out of the camera afterwards and process it on the computer before I could actually see anything at all. In the end, I had to go diving. I couldn't film it because I had my knife in my hand and the light in the other, and my face was right up against the bottom of the boat. And there it is, that's what I cut loose. So then I was able to move to my new berth under my own power. Then this happened. So this was going to be my new home for a while. Bundaberg Marina outside of the city of Bundaberg in Queensland, Australia. I came here because they got one of these to lift the boat out of the water. They also had a big yard in which to put it. I'd planned to spend time in there, do a bit of refurbishment work on the boat. You might recognize this boat, another YouTuber, a couple in fact. They haven't got their mast up yet, but they're working on it. Was invited back down to the VMR, the Volunteer Marine Reserve guys, at their headquarters to do a bit of filming and get myself a free tour around their facility. I was interested in their operations, slightly different to what we had in Plymouth Lifeboat back in the UK. But theirs is a smaller operation, but nevertheless very slick, very professional, and I was impressed. Just cycled down from the rescue guys' headquarters to this little bay here. It's a warren. That's a famous type of catamaran, and a few more derelicts. That's a shame. I think this was probably a bit far gone, but I could have done with those mast steps. They would have looked really good on my mast. Then it was back to my boat. I decided to close her up because of all the rain we'd been having, make sure she was going to stay dry. On the local bus to Bundaberg. I had some shopping to do. I'm talking to myself there on the bus. Look at that rain. I was right to close the boat up. It just doesn't seem to stop raining here. And then this rolled into the yard. One of my viewers, a really nice guy, came down to see me. This is something that the Australians do so exceedingly well. Camping, camper vans, that kind of thing. Can't get in, press a button. Bzz. Oh, I love it. We went out, got some things for the boat, had a bite to eat. It was good to see him. Then I had a little treat for myself. I found a place where I could get a taste of real Australia and see something I'd wanted to see since I was a kid. It was at this point that the hairs stood on the back of my neck as I realized I actually really had made it. I was in Australia. This was Australia, and these were kangaroos. Are you going as well? You're going to come over and say hello? Oh. Putting the bounce back into sailing videos. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to my wonderful patrons for keeping this channel afloat. If you'd like to join them, check out my Patreon page, and for real-time updates, I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter X. Until next time, take care. See you soon.